And good afternoon, people. Warp on the 3 here, bringing another video there. This time here, as you can see and slid it, we got quads over here that we need to fix. One quad there, one quad there. You already seen the one that my other daughter's working on, sled. But this is for my youngest daughter and everything else of that.
I'm gonna have to rain down a godly fucking firestorm on you.
Now, basically it's power wheels. This is one of the 6-volt power wheels that, you come in, the thing goes ultra slow and everything else of that. So when we got this and everything else of that, it was slow, but she was only at the time, 3 years old and everything else of that. Beautiful, and just fast enough for them to hold on for that. And she had a blast with it and everything else of that. As you can see, has plainly, seen better days, been neglected and everything else of that. But we still had it because she likes to ride it. So we changed for one of these 12-volt Power Wheels battery. Now, we went with the 12-volt Power Wheels battery so that, again, to give it more speed and everything else of that, faster. But as you can see, this one's old. It's had its time and everything else of that, so it's time to change out to a new one. Now, you can see here, now a lot of times people pop the cap off of this and cut this out so that way they can charge it and everything else of that. Now, if you still have the original Power Wheels cord and everything else of that for a 12-volt battery, then the thing being is you want to do is you want to pop this off so the top flips up and everything else of that, and then internally right here, there's wires that run like this and like this in the inside. You cut those out and then you join the wires together, and then you can still charge it the normal way. But with the system here, we've made a change. Now I'm going to show you the new batteries inside of it. Now, this is new battery inside of it. I'm going to take it out right here, and I'm going to show you the difference between the two batteries. Okay. All right. Now, this is the new battery. Now I'm going to sit down right here and let these guys take a look and everything else like that. Now, this is the Power Wheels battery and everything else like that. It'll tell you so it's 12 volts. Right there, 12 volts. And 9.5 amp hours. Okay. Now, this is the new battery that I got. Also 12 volts. Get a little closer. What you'll see is a 12 amp hour battery, and so basically this battery will last a whole lot longer. It's a whole lot stronger, and it'll be harder to discharge it. So she'll have a lot more ride time when she sees it slowing down. Well, take it out and everything else like that. So let's look at the two batteries. Now you can see that this battery in both height. Okay. Now this one is a little bit wider, and if you look at it in this direction, you can see this battery is a little bit shallower. So basically, it's like that. This battery is about, let's say it's about this one's a quarter smaller than this battery is. Okay. So with that in mind, everything else, so that you figure that this one here won't be as well and everything else, but this one will last a lot longer. There's a lot more uses to it and everything else, so that, and again, a lot better system. Now, the way I have it wired up is going to be different, but I'm going to show you the way I wired it up because I like this system way better. Now, go over to the Power Wheels. Let's go down. Now, you can see the original cord. It went connected to basically this here plugged into that there and everything else of that. So if you wanted to keep that system, that's fine. But me, I changed it. Now, I could have actually clipped these wires right here and joined them in directly. I didn't do that, and I didn't do that for a specific reason and everything else of that. Sometimes these connections, and I'm talking about the wired ones, tend to go bad. And if you clip it here, you got to keep clipping it smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller all the way back when the connections start to break down. That's the reason why I don't do it that way and everything else like that. Whereas if this connection here starts to go bad, I can make it smaller and smaller and smaller and I can always just buy a new piece of wire to get inside here. If not, you got to join in the wire here, and that's a problem. So now you're probably asking, why are there 2 wires going into each of these boxes and everything else like that? The reason is, if you look at the thickness of the white wire, it's thicker than the standard wire here. So I doubled up the connection. Now the black wire is actually the same size as the black wire here, but just for safety's sake and everything else, so that I doubled up the wires for that, so it can balance it out for that. Now again, it's never going to be exactly equal. One's going to draw a little bit more power, but it just makes it more safe for your child. Okay, now when you switch over to this battery here, this battery does not have a safety circuit in it, meaning that this battery will just supply juice as much as it can, as fast as it can, for as long as it can. This battery here has internals inside of it that has a fuse inside of it, that something happens and everything else, so that the fusible link will burn out inside of this, and then from there this will stop working, but your child will be safe. So I went with this one here. You're like, oh wait, but isn't this safer? Yes, if you don't do what I'm going to show you right now. So go back over to this. Now, sorry, I gotta wait till the jet passes, so give me 1 second. All right, we back. Okay, now what I've added inside of here, which you can get this at any automotive store, it is a 30-volt fuse bolt relay. What this does is, if this thing starts to short, arc, anything else like that, this will trip. Now, almost all cars, and not almost every car, unless it's a pure electrical car, has this same circuit in their fuse box. And this circuit is usually for your airbag system, your seatbelt system uses this fuse specifically because what happens is, if the circuit blows, the circuit will disconnect, like a normal fuse would and everything else like that. And then after a certain period of time, when any excess heat and everything else like that that's in it goes away, the circuit will reset. Now, a lot of people are buying the ones where you just got a fuse inside of it that you plug into it for that, and it's a 30 amp fuse. And those things tend to blow a lot because they're basically spade connectors. Now, if you want to do the spade connector ones, so that I'll put in the description to show you what it is and everything else like that. And you'll be like, well, you can do that system, and when it blows, you just pull it out, put a new fuse inside of it and keep it going. But remind you, fuses are expensive. This here, it was $6, whereas I only have to do it once, and it's good for basically forever. Now, it's not of the best quality and stuff like that, because literally you can service it yourself. Let me get a little closer. You can see the little dimple inside of it, where you can literally pry this apart, clean the circuit and everything else of that, and then it's back in business. So again, I have connections inside of here that you see I've made up so to fit inside of there. They won't pull out. They're in there stably. I didn't shrink wrap these and everything else like that because I basically could have applied heat to it. It would have shrink wrapped it. And again, I have some shrink wrap that I need to put on these terminals right here to make sure that they're covered so they won't touch ever and everything else. Even though it wouldn't make any difference, because all it's going to do is join this circuit here. But I don't want that to happen, because again, I want that to be a separate circuit all the time. And then this wire here, as you can see, the end parts, you just go onto this connection here. Now, to connect it up, fairly simple. Not fairly simple, it's very simple. Let's get these connections out of here. And let's see if I can get it out of here correctly. Okay. All right. Again, red to red. It's not rocket science at that point. It's like that, grab your black lead. That goes over here. Now, you really do want to crimp these on like that, a little bit better. So they come, but right now, so I have them loose and like that enough, so that, because I just want to make sure I have the, again, doing the test. I've done the test a couple of times and everything else, but I just wanted to show you so that. And then after that, you just put it down Now, sorry, it's going to be a little bit jiggly and slow that for a second because I got to get this down inside of this thing, inside the holder. You see it fits well. You sit inside of here, sit that inside of here, even though sometimes it doesn't want to quite sit correctly. Get in just 1 second. Grab the seat. Sorry about the camera work. Just gotta try to get it back on the seat on there so correctly. Connections down. Ready to go. All right, so the connection's on and everything else for that, and I just want to show you. I'm just gonna put it on rock, everything else like that, and I just want to show you how fast it actually spins the tires. Now, as you can see right there, the tires are full of water right this second. So, literally, let's look at this. Going so fast is literally making the bike shake. I wonder, can my oldest get on this and make it still go? Now, it's for my smallest daughter. This is my 16-year-old. Jazz, can you get on that for a second? Let's see if it's a slow move with you on it. Can you do that one more time? Can you just go roll back? And I just want to see this one more time. Now again, she's 16. She's well over 100 and some odd pounds. Okay? And you can see a 16-year-old can be on the side of it and it will basically have some get up and go. So that's the procedure I went inside the description so that I'll link the, in the description, I will link the products that I use to do this and everything else to that. But for now, this is Warp on the 3 saying warp out, have fun, and we'll catch you on the next one.